Okay, it is May 13th, and I'm your host, guys, Jeff Perkins. Quick short on the big news of the day. AMC and GameStop, formerly known as those meme stocks from 2021, have absolutely rebounded, and those companies are both up well over 100% at one point today. Absolutely wild thing in the stock market. And as I check social media, you can see a lot of the Wall Street bets type people, a lot of those people that were in the woodwork from 2021 come out. And of course, as these things are going crazy, there's a lot of euphoria with these stocks. A couple thoughts on what I think, guys. The first one is, and I'll preface this by saying, just with the sheer excitement of it and kind of how much fun it is to actually follow the story. Of course, I had to throw a little bit of money into both of these stocks just to kind of get a good feel and see how things end up turning out for this situation. I will say this though, if you guys are listening to this and you're thinking about putting money into something like this, make sure the money that you put into it, you're fully aware that you could lose 100% of that, because this is an extremely risky stock. This is an extremely risky thing to do. And there's a very good, if not 100% chance that this is going to come crashing back down to earth after all this dust settles. The other couple things though to look at, guys, when I think about this situation, it's really, really cool to see a community of people on social media actually kind of stick it to the man. You know, a lot of these podcasts and stuff, I talk about how basically the scenarios of in the world and how the trajectory of what the United States is doing from a macroeconomic perspective and how much things have changed the last 20 years. You know, a lot of these hedge funds were shorting these companies, and these big Wall Street firms are always making all this money. And of course, we talk about it all the time, guys, but that gap between the rich and the poor just making it a lot greater. So I think in response to this whole GameStop thing, that was definitely a response to those people and the big Wall Street firms that were making so much money. And it's really cool to see these groups and communities of people on Reddit, on social media, and even a lot of different celebrities that took part in this in 2021 are starting to come back out of the woodwork on social media. Now, I will say this, and I talked about this briefly. If you're going to put money into either one of these two stocks over the next few days, fully understand and fully be safe with knowing that you could lose 100% of this investment. The other things too that I would, as a rule of thumb, is say you put money into the stock the last few days, it does go up quite a bit. One of the good principles for one of my friends that dabbles a lot more with the stock market than me, you know, I talk quite a bit about the real estate market, and that's kind of my avenue I do a lot of investing in. But one of the really good principles when it comes to these very, very risky and very much speculative investments is the money that you put in, if you get in at over 100% at any point in time, sell half of your holdings so then your original cost basis is back into your account, so then essentially you're not assuming any loss. The next step I would do, and this is what I will do if it gets to this standpoint, is once I get over the 100%, I will sell my half to get that back. If it goes up to 200%, I will sell a quarter of my holdings that are left over to basically ensure I have profit in the stock. And then essentially after that, guys, I'm going to pretty much ride the rest to see if there's any miracle type gains or just get a better feel of how these things are going to turn out. So quick little short for the day. It's really exciting. It's really cool to see how this thing is going to turn out. The last thing I do want to say, and I'm going to keep reiterating this, guys, is if you do put money into an investment like this, please be fully aware that you could lose all this money and only invest the money that you're willing to lose. So as always, guys, we appreciate you listening to the podcast and the shorts. If you like this show and you want to tell your friends about it, please subscribe to the show. Check it out. Tell all your friends that we're on all of the major platforms such as the Apple Podcast Store, Google Play, and anywhere you get your podcast. So thank you, guys, and we'll check you out in episode 4.
Hey guys, if you're still listening up to this point, you guessed it. That's the end of the episode. If you have any questions, comments, future podcast recommendations, or even just want to leave a message, please check us out on Instagram at the Perkins Group LLC or on our website, www.perkinsgroup.llc. As always, we appreciate your support, and please subscribe to the show on whichever platform you get your podcast from.